Hi, is this Paul?
Yeah,
Hey, Paul, this is Officer with the Scottsdale Police Department.
yeah,
Hey, I was wondering if I could talk with you for a few minutes. Are you available?
sure.
Okay, do you want to come down here? You want me to come up there, or what you want?
I'll
Which works best?
I'll let you in.
Okay, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Cops.
Hey, Paul, how you doing?
Good, good.
Good.
Didn't the door open?
No, it didn't open. Stayed locked, so I don't know.
Yeah. So what's going on?
So we got information about an incident that happened earlier, out here on the street. I was just wondering what led up to all that.
Well, I saw these two black guys
Okay.
early in the morning.
Do you remember about what time?
Seven something.
Okay.
I walk my dogs early in the morning.
Okay.
And the guy was going around with a camera. Pretty sophisticated camera.
Okay.
Nothing like, not a tourist.
Okay.
So he's walking around and he's going up and down the street and he's taking pictures, both sides. And because of the incidents or the stuff that we've had going on here,
Right.
keep an eye on these guys. Basically, like, we had the incidents up here at the mall, and then when we had the march back here and everything. Well, you know what? I live upstairs. I don't need anybody coming down here and torching anything, because I'd be in the oven. I'd be gone. My wife is basically housebound.
Okay.
And I can't evacuate her. So I gotta be very careful. So I see these guys do all this. And in the past, what we've done is, whenever we see cars that are going back and forth, etc., we make a mental note or we take a picture. Okay. So I took a picture of those guys. And they took exception to the fact that I took a picture of them. So I said, well, you're taking pictures here, why can't I take a picture of you? First words out of his mouth were, there's a lot of white people around here that are racist. I said, well, hell, look at one. And I told him, I said, look, we don't need any niggers around here. That's exactly what I told him. And, we went back and forth a little bit. And I said, okay, well, fuck you guys, I'm gone. And it started.
And then you walked away?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't touch him. I said,
Right.
hey, I'll maintain the 6 foot, away from you and everything. And he claimed he's a resident of Scottsdale. Well, the license plate was in Arizona. So,
Do you remember where it was from?
yeah, I need a picture of it. I took this picture. Did he file a complaint?
No, we haven't heard from him. Just more the business owners around here.
Kathy.
Just want to make sure that
Kathy.
everything. So that's what we're kind of looking into, just making sure that
they posted
stay
this
safe.
thing, is what they did.
Okay.
But here is, okay. Here's the first picture I took of these guys, okay? Those two guys there. That's the license number. I can forward all these to you. DHH 3117, and hell, I don't even know what state that is.
Yeah, it looks like Michigan.
Is it a Michigan plate?
Yeah, it usually says pure Michigan.
Okay, so I took that picture first, and then they took a picture of me.
Okay.
Okay, then I forwarded the picture to another guy down here, one of the shop owners, and he couldn't read the license plate. So I said, okay, I'll go get a closer look. So I got a closer look. Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you, this is really suspicious because 7 o'clock in the morning, there's usually nobody on the street. Okay, so for these guys to be sitting out here messing around with cameras and everything, but look in the background here. Two more guys.
Okay.
All right. Now I'm not paranoid or anything, but I keep an eye on the neighborhood, and this is unusual for the neighborhood.
Okay.
7 o'clock in the morning. Now we know there's BLM, we know there's Antifa, and we also know that probably starting November 1st, because everything's been so damn quiet around here, we can anticipate something. And I'm just getting ahead of the game. So I documented it.
Okay.
Now, evidently what happened was, and Kathy was pissed off at me, these guys used social media and they posted this thing.
Right.
I can't help that.
Yeah.
I didn't do anything wrong. See, that's the guy.
Okay.
That's one of them. You know, he's well-groomed, he's everything. There's got to be some money behind this, and I have no idea what they were doing out here at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Okay. All right. And Paul, your last name is NG, correct?
That's
That's how you spell
correct.
it. And what's your date of birth? Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I was
Yes.
gonna forward you this stuff because you're the downtown guy, right? Remember?
Right.
I forwarded you some stuff before. Back when, right after they hit the mall, I saw some guys out here with a drone. They were flew the drone up and down and taking pictures. Remember that? That was like a week after
Yeah, a few
the
months
mall
ago.
got hit.
Okay.
Yeah, 'cause I remember your name.
Okay. Yeah, we've had a
Yeah,
lot
Kathy, I
of
mean,
reports
she's
coming in.
poor Kathy, and I don't blame her. I mean, I had no idea that these guys were going to post that stuff, and evidently they posted it on her website or her Facebook page.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and like I said, I'm just following up from, obviously a concern that we have. I want to make sure that nothing escalates in the community, in the neighborhood.
Oh,
so just making
no.
sure that.
Yeah, we're not going to escalate anything, but I'll tell you what, we are on guard.
Well, understandable. You live here, and
Well, I can tell
Place
you,
you
if these guys are going to do what a lot of the people in the community suspect they're going to do, let's face it, man, we're not in a normal circumstance anymore.
right.
And everybody thinks, and it's not everybody thinks, this whole thing's being fed. They're talking about torching the world, this, that, and the other. And when's a better time to do it? And what's a better head fake? The rumor right now is they want to hit the mall again. No, they don't want to hit the mall. They've already done that once. They want to hit people. They want to hit wealthy people. They want to create some real pain and suffering. Where else do you create pain and suffering but in arts district? Some of these places here have a few $1 million worth of inventory.
Yeah, that's true. It's,
Yeah. And when Kathy got
high-end
hit,
businesses.
Kathy got hit back in early March. My wife and I were across the street having dinner. We were walking back this way, and this whole thing was cordoned off and we caught it on camera. Some guy with a rock about this big around walked right up this way, and he was sitting out here in one of Rose's chairs, tossed it through her side window, went in, grabbed armful of Navajo rugs and made it. $80,000 worth of rugs.
Wow.
So, and I was pissed off because, man, I was over there having dinner. I didn't even hear it.
Yeah, definitely a concern for a lot of businesses, just in general, this time and everything. So
yeah, it's unfortunate that they created that. They posted that. I never thought about that, but they did.
right.
They posted it, and I haven't seen it. I tried to see it, but I couldn't find it. I said, "I hell with it."
Yeah, I just wanted to see if there was something more that led up to it, and
No, that
the
was
whole
it.
incident.
That was
Okay.
it. It was totally just people that were out of place.
Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate you talking to me. I appreciate your time.
No, not a problem.
All right. I'll let you get back to your night then.
Yeah, I was getting ready to go to bed. Hey, so what's Rodville doing? Rodville's gone in another week, right?
Hey, Paul.
Come on in. You got your sidekick there again today?
Yeah.
Use your backup?
Not back up. Just.
Gentlemen.
Paul, I just wanted to follow up with last night. I know we talked about the whole incident, so it's still referenced that whole incident. We talked about some of the comments being made between you and that other gentleman.
Mm-hmm.
So, clarifying from you, I kind of want to understand, do you kind of see how the comments you made might be provoking and insulting in any way?
Well,
I mean,
of course.
from his
I mean,
point of
it
view.
was, remember what I told you? The first words out of his mouth were, Scottsdale's full of white racists. And my comment directly to him, which you won't see on the video because they weren't videoing it, I said, hey, they're not all white, nigger. That's what I said to him.
Right, yeah, that part wasn't on the video.
Yeah, of course not.
Did you watch the video? Go back, because I know you're saying that you're going to.
I haven't
Okay,
seen it.
that's no problem. But you do understand how the comments that you made to him would be provoking, almost provoking a fight. I mean,
Well,
would it be fair to say that, put yourself in his position, that those kind of comments might kind of
think they're
imply that you want to
inflammatory?
fight? Huh?
They're inflammatory?
I'm asking what you think.
Well,
Let's look at it from your
meant for it
perspective.
to be inflammatory.
Do you feel like it would be fair to assume that from his point of view, it might be provoking any kind of retaliation or fight that you might have been trying to
No.
to get him riled up?
No, of course not. But 7 o'clock in the morning, when there's nobody in town, to be out there, taking pictures of everything and mapping the place. I mean, that's a recon team. I know it. I think we all know it.
So what was your full intentions when you used those kind of
He inflamed me when his insinuation was that Scottsdale is full of white racists. And we're not. And
fair.
if he wants to call them all white racists, I just let him know they're not all white. That's basically what it was all about.
Yeah, and you're right, that part wasn't on video, so this is
Yeah,
kind of new.
yeah.
I didn't hear about any of that last night. So you do understand how that there could be serious fallback from the comments that
I
you
can
made.
understand that, but the thing I'm wondering now is, why are we wasting so much energy on this? It'll be dead by next Tuesday.
What will?
It'll be gone. This whole thing will be forgotten and gone.
Are you talking about the incident as a whole?
Yeah.
Wait, but
The backlash from it is going to be gone.
well, and we can't see the future, so we don't know that. Okay.
Yeah.
So here's what we're gonna do. Okay. So obviously, I agree with you that the comments
But
or
no, what's
provocative.
the issue,
Okay.
man? Where are we going with this?
So, and that's what we're going to talk about. Okay. So, we're going to take you down. We're going to arrest you. Okay.
Oh, you're kidding me.
Yep. So
For
I'm
what?
gonna take this.
For
You're
what?
being charged with disorderly conduct.
This, oh, you gotta be kidding
But
me.
can you take your other hand out of your
No,
pocket?
wait.
Hold on, hold on.
No,
Nope.
I understand, I understand.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
I'm not
Can I answer your
protesting. I'm not protesting. All I want to say is reach in my right hand pocket. I'm just letting you know.
Okay. You have weapons or what?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm just letting you know like that.
I appreciate you letting me know.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. In here?
Yeah.
Plan on just what you normally carry when you come out your house, or is it just for us?
Well, no, not just for you guys. It's under the circumstances, you know, with the issues going on here, et cetera, et cetera. I'm just playing it on the safe side.
So, do you always carry that then? Is that what that's what he's asking?
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah.
No, I mean, it's Arizona.
Of course.
So it's totally legal.
I'm very well aware of it.
And I appreciate you telling us.
No, that's how it works.
In fact, you had that cup in your hand, never put your hand in your pocket, so.
No, I
I couldn't even see it printing.
No.
So we're gonna make this a whole quick process. We're just gonna take you down, book you in, you'll get a citation. We'll talk to you a little bit more at the jail, and then we're gonna cut you out of here. Okay?
Now, wait, you wanna let me call my wife to let her know what's happening?
We can let her know once we get out there.
Okay,
Is
because
it?
you gotta understand, my wife is
yeah, and-
basically
Is
an
there-
invalid.
Okay.
Yes.
Does it open up if you?
Yeah, if you, well, here, I can. Wait.
You wanna tell me what?
Yeah, go. Okay. Hit. And then hit speaker.
Dial. Please check the number and dial again.
Try it again.
Dial 61.
You should be out of there.
It's-
In less than an hour.
Thanks, guys. This is ridiculous. You know it. Hey, hon. I'm being arrested.
Wait, I can't hear.
I can't hear you, hon.
Okay, I can hear you now. What's up?
I'm being arrested.
What?
I'm being arrested. They're gonna take, yeah, I'm being arrested for disorderly conduct.
Wait for anything.
No, I'm not kidding you. But they're gonna take me down, they're gonna book me, and then they're gonna release me. I'll be home.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I understand. You know it, I know it. Okay?
Fine.
Okay, hon. Talk to you later. Okay,
Is it-
that's good, yeah.
How do I lock it?
It should just go by itself.
Okay.
But what about my drink, guys?
Is it a
No, it's-
drink or is it water?
No, it's a little vodka tonic.
Well, unfortunately, you can't take that with
You
you.
guys are killing me.
I know. I'm sorry.
Go
I'm
on.
gonna toss it.
Okay.
As far as your firearm goes,
Yeah.
the issue is that obviously you can't take that into the jail, and we're not gonna.
No, I know. You
You've
got
got
it.
to impound it for safekeeping, so you can come.
For
pick-
how long?
Well, you can pick it up next week.
Oh,
We paid up Monday.
Unless there was a way that, you said your wife can't come down. Is there somewhere you can secure it down here in the lobby for her, or no?
Well, we just go back up and throw it in the house. We just go back up and throw all that stuff in the house.
Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
You at least want your phone, or no?
Yeah, I want to keep the phone in case I need to call her. Let's just go back up there and we can
You
just.
just want to go?
Yeah, I can go
You
up
can
there and
take
hand
it.
it to her. if
You don't
that's-
need to. We just go up there, open the door, shove it in the door, and
want to avoid going back up in general. If you're okay with him just going knocking on the
Okay,
door and then passing it off.
Let me call her though, to let her know, okay?
Okay, so that she knows he's coming.
Yeah. Surely, yeah. Is it level?
Level. Yep.
Hello?
Hey Shirley,
What?
Officer Lovell is going to come back upstairs and knock on the door, and he's going to hand you a plastic bag with my gun.
Alright.
Okay?
Alright.
Okay. I gotta let you back in.
Okay. And what floor? What number? I'm sorry.
All the way to the front? Yeah. That's the police car.
Okay, so I just go up here and
And go up there and come down the front stairwell. We'll meet you out in front.
oh, there's a stairwell over there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right.
God, you guys are killing me. This is. Wish you guys would go after bad guys like this.
We do.
Yeah? How often?
We're just right over here.
Disorderly conduct? That's incredible.
Yeah, before you leave, you'll get a citation with the court date and everything on it, and it'll have the charges on there. So once you get home, you can look them up, read over them, and you'll hopefully better understand. That's your step. Into the back seat here. All right. And nothing else, you don't have anything else on your person outside of your pockets that we already got? Okay. Want to have a seat right in there for me? Watch your head. And we'll make sure that he gets out okay before we head over. Alright, real quick, just since we're chatting, I'll make sure your Miranda rights read to you. Alright, Paul, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to the presence of an attorney to be with you prior to questioning and to be with you during questioning if you so desire. If you cannot afford an attorney, you have the right to have an attorney appointed to you prior to questioning. Do you understand these rights?
I do.
Okay. I just want to get a little information from you. Are you willing to talk to me about it?
Sure.
Okay. I know we've chatted at length for the last couple of days about the entire situation. I just want to go over a couple of questions we asked today. Know the whole situation from your point of view, as well as from the other party's point of view. Just kind of going back to what we talked about earlier today. You mentioned that the comments you made, and you mentioned that you understand how they can be perceived as provoking or inciting any sort of backlash.
No, it was the other way around. I was provoked.
Okay, tell me about that. And how were you provoked prior to, like I said, I only know what happened based on the video and what we talked about.
Well, basically, I was provoked. The first statement that came out of his mouth to me was, Scottsdale is full of white racists. I was provoked.
And so when was that comment made?
Immediately.
Was that when you were taking pictures and he was taking pictures, or was it when you guys were more face to
When I
face?
took a picture, yeah.
Okay.
When I took a picture.
You mentioned yesterday that you initially took photographs as you
Yes.
normally do. You sent it to somebody else. They weren't able to read the license plate,
Yeah.
and so you went to take another picture.
Yes.
Was that when all the interaction took
Right.
place? Was the second time you went down there?
Right.
So what was initially said when you were taking a picture? Because it looked like you were not as close as you originally were when you guys were having the verbal conversation. Where were you at when that comment that you mentioned was made?
Well, I walked up to the back of the car so I could get a close picture.
Okay. And that was the second time.
Yes.
And so the first thing he said to you was what?
Well, first he asked me what I'm doing taking pictures.
Yeah.
Then, of course, I said, well, you're taking pictures, I'm taking pictures. Why are you taking pictures? And that's when he says, well, I'm a Scottsdale resident. Well, okay, you got Michigan plates. What's going on? And that's when he said, well, Scottsdale's full of white racists. And then we continued from there.
Okay.
So, in my estimation, anybody else's, up to that point, hey, all I was doing was documenting the fact that he was in the neighborhood at an unusual early hour, taking pictures of places, and I don't know why he was doing it. I suspected why he was doing it, but then that was, total provocation when he made that statement about Scottsdale has white racists. Well, that was totally unprovoked. Up to that point, there was no need to make that statement.
Okay.
So, that's where I come from.
Okay. So he made that statement to you, which to you felt like it provoked your response?
Absolutely. He was doing it in a hostile manner.
Okay. And explain to me your response to when you claim he said that Scottsdale was full of white
He said that. I
racists.
said, you know what? All the racists aren't white there.
Okay. And what happened after that?
Well, then we, back and forth. He's going to tell me he's going to kick my ass, and on and on. But then it didn't go any further than that.
Okay. Yeah, it was when you went back to what you were doing. He went back to what he was
went
doing.
back to finishing cleaning the place up.
Okay.
But he did offer to kick my ass. Him and his buddy.
What did he say when you claim he offered to kick your ass? What manner was that in?
He said something about, if you touch me, I'm going to whoop your ass.
Okay.
And of course, that's when I said, okay, I'm going to back off because, at that point, from me to you, I said, I'm going to observe the 6 feet social distancing.
Okay, so that's
That's
when you
exactly what I did.
created more distance between you two?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I wasn't looking for a fight. I was looking just to document the fact that somebody is in the neighborhood doing something that I didn't think was appropriate.
Okay. Well, what was you said he provoked you and
First
said
thing
that
out of his mouth.
Scottsdale's full of white
Yeah.
racists.
Yeah.
And your response back
Was not all racists are white.
okay. And then you referred to him as a quote nigger.
Yeah.
Correct. Okay. What was your intent on doing that? Like, what was the reasoning
To
for
let him
that?
know that not all racists are white.
Okay. Do you understand how that particular verbiage can, especially in today's climate, can come off as provoking from his point of view? Now, I know you said you were provoked from his first comment. Do you see how that comment back to him could seem provoking to him?
It depends on how he wants to look at it, I suppose. And if he were to be thin-skinned and insecure, then yeah, maybe he would. I don't know.
Okay.
But I'm not, you see, I'm not him and he's not me.
Right. I know you can't speak for him. I'm just trying to.
But where are we going with this?
I'm just trying to figure out where,
I mean,
for both of you, from the
arrested
intent.
me for what are you arrested me for? Disturbing the peace? Is that what it is?
For disorderly conduct.
Disorderly conduct.
Correct.
Is that the same as disturbing the peace?
In many ways, because
Okay,
there's
that's
there's
fine.
multiple
Because
different disorderly conduct.
this to me is more than just a waste of manpower, and it's like, wait a minute, guys, I have certain unalienable rights. One of them is called the First Amendment. I can say things, but I did not say that in a menacing way. I didn't do that to, there's two guys here. What am I, stupid? No, I'm not. But I let him know that what he said to me was very offensive.
Okay.
And there's a reason why it was very offensive.
Right. So you're saying that you didn't make that comment or say that word in order to provoke any kind of violence towards you?
It's kind of like tit for tat. When you're playing ball,
Okay.
and somebody smacks you, what do? You smack them back. Only I did it verbally.
Okay. So to you, it was more of just a.
I didn't do it. I wasn't out there looking for a fight at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
I was out there to try to find out why people that didn't belong in my neighborhood, were unfamiliar with my neighborhood, were in my neighborhood, and performing an act that I thought was, rather weird that somebody with high-dollar cameras and equipment would be mapping the area. And I think that, I read the news, I hear the news, I know what's going on. I'm not stupid. I understand that there's a thing called reconnaissance. I understand that these people have teams. And when I see a Michigan plate, you're not from here. You profess to be from here? No, you're not from here. Anyway.
Okay. And you mentioned when I talked to you yesterday that something you typically do if you see something that appears out of place to you, take a picture.
I document it.
Okay. And sometimes it's mentally, sometimes it's okay.
Mentally, or if I take.
But this is something you've been doing routinely.
Well, it's called just being aware, situational awareness. You're just aware of what's going on around you, so that if something happens down the road, I got this. It's the world we live in. You want to be safe.
And essentially, that's what you were doing yesterday morning,
Yeah.
and then it went from there
Yeah.
when the interaction happened. Okay.
I mean, listen, I'm not a bad guy. You guys want to arrest me? First of all, my constitutional rights to free speech are being trampled on because, hey, I said something, he said something, and so, what are we going to do? We're going to go to jail over this? It's totally unbelievable to me. And at my age, I don't understand this stuff. This is new to me, new grad. I've never been in jail before in my life. And to be called into jail and be arrested for something stupid as this, man, that's unbelievable.
Understandable. Okay.
And I think I'll tell you what. I don't know what the law courts are all about because I'm not an attorney. I'm not familiar with judicial system and all that. But in the law of common sense in this world, this is so damn stupid. It's unbelievable. And I'm sure that I'm not aware. I don't deal in social media and all that. But I would imagine that there's a whole lot of people out there that if they heard what's gone on so far, and me being down here in jail, being arrested, I'd be willing to bet. There's a whole lot of people out there that although they personally wouldn't do what I did or say what I did, they're thinking it. I mean, I don't want to be a hypocrite. I said it. I don't deny it.
Okay.
And in the spirit of how I said it, it wasn't malicious. It was just to get those people out of there, because he pissed me off when he said that.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, that's where I come from. I'm not being, I don't want to be uncooperative or anything else.
No, and I appreciate your cooperation with this. I'll admit you've been nothing but cooperative. I don't have any issues.
So you guys could have called me up and I wouldn't come down here.
Right.
You know that?
Yeah,
You
and
had to do
that's
that.
why I said I understand. You have been cooperative, so I do appreciate that. Okay, I don't have any other questions. I want to get you turned back over to them so they can finish up what they're doing.
Okay.
They'll give
You gonna give me a ride home?
a citation. I'm going back out to work,
Okay.
but we can work on that.
Give me a ride home. I don't walk home.
They'll give you your cell phone and everything.
Hey, this is so, this is so outrageous, unbelievable. It really is. And it's not even badgering, right? I look at this as a total farce. Because it is. It's like, you know what? You using up assets like you to, and to have 3 cops come to my door to get me, and then go through all this. What a monumental waste of assets. Could have been done non-judicially, many different ways. If anybody thinks that socially I am disrespectful or whatever, yeah, but that's not being disrespectful is not something to arrest somebody for, unless there was some physical thing that happened, or on and on and on. And I wasn't out there trying to create I wasn't trying to create a riot or anything. Absolutely not. I was just, being a citizen, exercising my rights. What are you doing here in this story? Nothing that I wouldn't continue to do if I see it again.
Okay. Yeah, just make sure you understand that there's...
Yeah, I understand. I'm not going to go out
where
there.
we're coming from.
I'm not going to go out there and call anybody a nigger unless, approval the way I was. But you know what? That's a word in my vocabulary. And anybody that says they never used the word in their lives, guess what? They're lying. They're hypocrites. But I just happen to have said it. End of story. Now, the other thing is I didn't know that there was a law against saying it. I mean, disturbing the peace or whatever this is. Is that going to be the new normal now?
It's the way that the law is written, and you'll have a piece of paper with it on there, is that it's language or gestures which provoke any sort of retaliation or violence.
So
which in that instance very well could happen.
So if I'm driving down the street and I happen to, not look in my rearview mirror and I pull over and, inadvertently cut somebody off and they come over and flip me off, is that the same thing?
I don't get into what ifs or anything, but it's a case-by-case basis. And in this situation, it met the statute that there was language which can provoke and essentially have, for lack of better terms, a violent backlash.
Wow, that's incredible, because now, now we're going to have the grammar Nazis. That's unbelievable.
All right. Well, Paul, let's get you back to them so that way we can get you all.
Yeah, get me home. I was making that.